Hey everybody, welcome back to the 509. Hey, recently I got a request from one of my subscribers to make, and it was on that video that I made to make a template for the seamless gutter, the K gutter, and they asked if I could make a template for half round gutter. Check this out. Some gutter we put up, and the guy wanted it in, he wanted it in Galvalume, but I said no, we can do it in mill finish aluminum. So anyways, our supply house got some 80-degree white because it's got that clear coat, and it's clear coated on the inside, so it came out pretty sharp. It looks good, but probably a lot of you guys knew that. We just don't do a lot of half round gutter. But anyways, what I'm going to do here is we're going to go ahead and mark this on the very top of that there, and then we're going to measure from there over. We're going to go 6 inches, because this is a 6-inch half round gutter. So now we get our, it's pretty much the same basis. Oops, there's a lot of stuff right here. I got an order of fascia metal right here in the way, but let me see if I can do this real quick without too much hassle or whatever. Anyways, we're going to draw a straight line from that mark that we just made there to here. And then what we're going to do from here is we're going to go ahead and mark another just a couple of inches, just so we can have some extra play there. Can you see that? And from there we're going to go ahead and take this back over, or we can just measure 2 inches from the other one, but we need this mark anyway. So we're going to mark it at 2 inches, verify 2 inches, pretty close. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and measure another 6 inches over to there. All right, so the next thing I like to do, this is the way I make them. So not that I make a bunch of them, but I get a flat piece of metal. This is some downspout band material. It's gutter coil, but we usually cut them at 1.5 inch strips. But I went ahead and cut us a piece. I'm going to just kind of twist it a little bit like this, a little bit. And then we got to get this in here like this, so it's got to meet this corner. It's a little bit tough, so just bear with me here. Got to make sure it lays down flat. Okay, flat is the key through the whole thing. All right, so we're going to go from there to there. Can you see that? It's about even with that, and it's even with this line here. So we're going to go ahead and trace it, but this has got to be laying flat. It can't be sticking up. It can't be catching any air anywhere. Do this all the way across here like that, and then we're going to do the same thing for the other one, but the twist is going to be opposite. So we got to kind of twist this back this way a little bit, just kind of persuade it, and then we're going to go from here over to this one here. So we want to start out at put this down at that highest point over here, and then we want to finagle it around to where we get to this back part over here. Just make sure it's all laying flat. Like I said, it's a little bit of a hassle, but once you get it, then you're good to go. All right, hold on one more second. Okay, about right there. Let's mark it. All right, there you go. So let's go ahead and cut this out. All right, so as you just saw, I'm not used to working with this half round gutter, but this is gonna work out. So anyways, what we need to do here is we need to cut us some pretty good size relief cuts here. Let me get another pair of snips here real quick. Can you guys, while I go get those snips, can you guys do me a favor, a huge favor, and subscribe and like this video real quick? I'll be right back. Okay, so you just got to make a bunch of relief cuts in here, like kind of to the top flat part of it. You'll see why in 1 second. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut this whole top lip off, and we just need that relief cut. We're gonna cut it a little bit further than those relief cuts are. If you can see, I'm going a little bit further over the top center part of it, because we want this part to fit inside the front lip of our gutter that we're going to put on the property. Oops. All right, there you go. Just cut that dude off, and then now what we'll do is we'll get this half round gutter, slide this in here, and try to get this down as flush as you can to it, and that's it. So this is fairly flush right here. If it's not quite flush enough for you, then go ahead and trim off a little bit more of this, and it should go up a little bit higher. Let's try that out and see how it works. Just real quick. Just a little bit. We'll try about 1/8 inch, 3/16. Doesn't have to be perfect. Basically, when you put this in there, you're not really relying on this part as a stop. You're relying on the corners to match up. So you want this corner to line up with this corner here, you know what I mean? And that corner there. And then this will line up on the bottom. So from here, all you got to do is slide it where you want it. And when you look at this, you know, say your end of your gutter's right here, you want to watch this line here to where it winds up in line with that, because you can't see anything under there. So you wanted it to look pretty much like that. Push this down tight, hold it so it's flush all the way around here, and then just mark it. That's sticking up a little bit. Then mark it right there. Oops. Oops. Of course, it's going to be cut off anyway, so it doesn't matter. All the way up here. It's hard to look through the camera. You do this at the same time, and there you go. There's your miter for an outside strip miter. If you want to do like a bay miter, then you would just cut this measurement in half. Instead of doing it from center, or from this line to that line to this line, 6 inches, you would cut it back to 3 inches, and then still go to this line here, and that would be your outside bay. Now, some bay miters vary. They're not all 22.5 degrees, so just be careful with that. But anyways, that's how you do it. That's how we do it. All right, so we got that template cut. Now, let me just throw a disclaimer out there real quick. This is how I do these, and if you want to follow this pattern, you know, go for it. And but if you need, you know, you might need to tweak it a little bit or something like that before you actually go and cut a piece of copper or something like that. Don't do that until you tweak your pattern to fit exactly how you want it to fit with the other two pieces. Just cut it on, you know, cut out some scrap pieces, and make sure that they're to your liking. Make sure that your gutters are level, you know, that they're level across here, and make sure that this is, you know, however flush you want it to be, if you need to trim a little bit or whatever. And then make sure your strip miter's fitting, and then, you know, once you got it all tweaked in and dialed in, then you should be good to go. All right, so I hope this video helped you guys out. If you enjoyed this video, please click on the like button, and don't forget to subscribe, and also share this video if you can. If you can share it with your workers, your co-workers, your boss, whoever, share it, and I would greatly appreciate it. And we will see you next time back here at the 509. Y'all take care.